A very happy Thursday to everyone out there. Baby Friday is here, landing with you to bring you your latest weather and night forecast courtesy of On Target. Getting a look out there, folks. Guess what the forecast is? More sunshine. But we do have some changes that are in store. You can take a look here across the region early this morning. This area of high pressure is going to be skirting to the east as we work throughout the day. That's going to keep a northerly wind component in check. That's going to cool us down in comparison to yesterday. But with this cold front approaching right here from the north and west, this is going to send winds back out of the south as we get into our Friday. That's going to warm us up significantly. It might even bring a few stray rains to the region Friday evening and throughout the overnight. All right, so let's go ahead and let's jump right into it. As we work throughout the day, folks, all is going to be calm and quiet. Beach Tree News Sky Cam showing not a single cloud in the sky, what we've grown accustomed to here recently, with loads of sunshine expected to dominate as we progress throughout this Thursday. Sky Cam overlooking the Lovers Lane Soccer Complex and the Loops Trails. It's the same song and dance over in that direction as well. Folks, we had a dry cold front that has swept through here yesterday evening, and you can see where the temperature spread is, folks, where the front is currently located and actually working down to our south and east. We got readings up to near the 50-degree mark right along the Tennessee line, and you look along the north side of the county, we're roughly 8 to 10 degrees colder. Butler County nearly tipping its toe down into the 30s early this morning. So this is a far cry from yesterday, folks. If you recall, at this time, we were sitting between the mid and upper 50s. We had highs up between the low and mid 80s yesterday, but today, some of us might not even be escaping the 60s. So a change indeed, but we got more pendulum swings in the temperature department. You just wait. You'll take a look at the surface map currently out there. We've got high pressure nosing in out of the north. That's what's going to bring the cooler, more comfortable conditions as we work throughout our next to final day of the work week. However, right on its heels and off to the north and west, we have a deepening area of low pressure that's going to be tracking off to the east. And taking a look here at the latest model guidance, we can break down exactly what's going to occur. All right? So you can see high pressure will slide to the east, and as it does so, folks, those winds are going to turn out of the south, and that's going to be in response to that area of high pressure located over the Carolinas. But more importantly, we've got this deepening low pressure up here that is worked up into Canada. With a reinforcing jolt of southerly winds, high pressure and the approaching cold front will be working in tandem to pull winds out of the south that could be strong at times throughout our Friday. That's going to send temperatures skyrocketing yet again. We're going to be well above average for this time of year as we finish out the work week. We're going to be up, folks, I think, between the mid and upper 80s for highs tomorrow afternoon. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but just hold on tight. There's better news that's going to follow, okay? Taking a look as the cold front passes, we're going to be watching the opportunity. It may be a little bit of rainfall coming along with that. So here we are working into our Thursday night. Here we are looking at sunrise on Friday morning, and we get a few pop-up showers here across northern and central Kentucky, but staying basically north, right along and north of the I-64 corridor. The apparent cold front arriving here from the north and west isn't going to get here until we work into the afternoon and evening. Here we are looking at mid into late afternoon, and then we get into Friday evening, and what in the world is that? Is that rain? Folks, we haven't seen rainfall in here in what seems like months. It's just been probably like 3 or 4 weeks since the remnants of Helene came through here. But nonetheless, folks, we need some rain on the ground because it is getting extraordinarily dry out there. If we're lucky, we might squeeze out a few hundredths of an inch out of this. It's not going to be much. And as you can see here, not everyone is going to be getting in on this rainfall, okay? It's going to be very little, a very minor event. However, the cold front will be bringing a reinforcing jolt of the colder air to settle back in here throughout the weekend, and that is the good news. You'll see here by the time we roll into the pre-dawn hours of Saturday, this circle is going to clear out down to the south and east, and that's going to open up the door to partly to mostly sunny skies with highs right around the upper 60s to lower 70s throughout the entirety of the weekend. Speaking of the weekend, folks, on Saturday, don't forget about the big Ken 10 Weather Conference up on the hill at WKU. Do a quick Google search for the Ken 10 Weather Conference. It's free. We're going to have free food, all kinds of great talks for all you weather weenies out there. Come up there and join us on the hill, all right? In regards to that, not just the rainfall, but the winds are going to be picking up out there as well. We're going to work throughout today. It's not going to be too bad. We might catch a few gusts this morning, but take a look with the approaching cold front on Friday. As we work into our Friday morning and afternoon, we could have some very strong gusts out here on the cusp of 15, perhaps 25 plus miles an hour. And those are going to be coming out of the south, and that's what's going to warm us up so much throughout the Friday time frame. Then with that passing front throughout the overnight, you can see the wind stays strong, but they're going to be out of a northwestward direction, settling us back down and making it quite nice for us to enjoy. Now let's fast forward, folks, because after we work past this weekend, high pressure will once again, as you can see here, set up east of the area. And then we've got this deepening low pressure system that's going to be meandering over the plains and then ejecting off to the north and east. You will note, folks, the very tightly aligned ISO. Now, folks, we've been talking about this here over the past several days, and we're going to continue to talk about it for the foreseeable future. Guidance has continued to slow down the arrival of this cold front, and it is now pegging it, of course, moving through here at some point. It looks like an active pattern of the next week, taking us on into the weekend. That looks to be our next significant opportunity at rain and even the potential for some thunderstorms to come along with that, all right? Taking a look in the short-term model guidance, folks, we are focusing on tomorrow, okay? So we got the weak cold front that's going to come through here. The Storm Prediction Center has laid out just a generalized risk of maybe a few rumbles of thunder coming along with that. Not everyone's going to see the rain, but if you hear a rumble of thunder, no need to be alarmed. We're not expecting any sort of severe weather. And what do we have here? Some rainfall finally appearing in the 7-day forecast. This is only valid through 7 a.m. of Halloween. Maybe a few hundredths of an inch getting dumped with that cold front tomorrow evening and night. But from that, folks, we're going to have to wait till 8, 9, maybe 10 days out, Halloween on into Friday and on into next weekend, before we get anything significant out there on the ground. Here's a full breakdown of your next 6-day weather forecast, brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. Pretty much, folks, temperature are going to be on a pendulum swing. Highs this afternoon, either side of the 70-degree mark, up mid and upper 80s for our Friday. Then we're going to be right back down on either side of the 70-degree threshold, both Saturday and Sunday, and right back up to near the 80-degree mark, Monday into Tuesday of the new work week. Friends, that'll wrap up your Thursday morning, Baby Friday edition of your Weather or Not forecast, brought to you by our